What if GoPro just replaced mirrorless cameras? Not upgraded, not improved, replaced. Because this right here is the brand new Mission 1 lineup, and it might be the biggest shift GoPro has made in over 20 years. We're talking about 8K video, massive new sensors, interchangeable lenses, and features that honestly feel more like a cinema camera than a GoPro. So let's break it down in a way that actually makes sense. GoPro just announced 3 new cameras: Mission 1, Mission 1 Pro, and Mission 1 Pro ILS. And all 3 share something huge in common. They are no longer just action cameras. GoPro is officially stepping into the professional, quote-unquote, cinema world. And the biggest reason why is because they are adding a brand new 1-inch 50 megapixel sensor and a brand new GP3 processor. If that sounds confusing, let's break it down. A bigger sensor equals better image quality, especially low light, which is something that GoPros have struggled with for many years. Let's talk about what actually makes these cameras different. Number 1, a bigger sensor. These cameras use a 1-inch sensor, which is way better than the old GoPros. What that basically means, like I said before, is better low light performance, more dynamic range, which is more detail in shadows and in highlights, and more quote-unquote cinematic looking footage. Think less like a GoPro action camera look and more like a high quality camera look. Number 2, 8K video. And yes, I said 8K. All models can shoot up to 8K video, with the Pro going up to 8K at 60 frames per second. That truly is insane with something this small. But here's why it matters. Even if you don't upload your videos in 8K, which you're probably not MKBHD, you can also use that to crop your footage, reframe your shots, and zoom digitally without losing quality. Number 3, open gate video. You might hear open gate and think, what is that? Here's the easy version. It records the entire sensor, not just a cropped version. So instead of choosing vertical or horizontal, you can shoot once and crop for both. This is a huge thing for content creators. Number 4, way better slow motion. We're talking up to 960 frames per second in some models. That's ultra slow motion, like water droplets freezing in midair slow. Alright, now let's break down each camera and who they are for. The Mission 1, the base model, this is the entry point for this grouping of cameras. You get a 1-inch sensor, 8K video, and a rugged GoPro design. And honestly, if you have never used a GoPro, these things are built like a tank. But it's a bit more limited in performance compared to the Pro. Think of this as a beginner filmmaker's camera, travel creator's camera, or people just looking to upgrade their old GoPro that they don't really use. If you just want better quality without going full Pro, this camera is for you. Now we're on to the Mission 1 Pro. This is where things get really serious. Compared to the base model, you get higher frame rates like 8K 60 frames per second, better slow motion, and more pro level controls. Honestly, this camera is for YouTubers, freelancers, even real estate shooters. This is probably the sweet spot for most people watching this video. And the last one is the Mission 1 Pro ILS. This is the one that changes literally everything, and probably you've seen on Instagram or wherever, and they have these really huge rigs connected to the tiny GoPro. So you might be wondering, what is ILS? ILS stands for Interchangeable Lens System, meaning you can literally change the lens on your camera. Normally GoPros have a fixed lens and you can't change it. It's usually that really wide angle lens that everybody knows, but this camera allows you to attach a micro four thirds lens. That's a popular lens system used by brands like Panasonic. So now you can use wide angle lenses, you can use zoom lenses, you can use cinematic lenses. Basically, you can turn your GoPro into a mini cinema camera. So you might be wondering, what is this for? This would be for filmmakers, cinematographers, high-end content creators, and people who normally use mirrorless cameras that just want to try something different. This is not your typical GoPro user. I'm excited to see where this gets used because honestly, in my opinion, I'm not exactly sure where this fits in, but like I said, a camera with that little of a body and something that you can carry around has a lot of potential. So we'll see. I'm excited to see how people use this camera. So across the whole lineup, you also get Pro Audio 32-bit float, which is super forgiving for audio recording. You also get multiple built-in microphones. You get better battery, up to about 5 hours of recording in some modes, a rugged design, waterproof, shockproof, and still very portable. So it's still like GoPro, just way more powerful. I think this is the biggest shift GoPro has almost ever made. So you might be wondering, is it worth it? Yes, if you want cinematic quality in a tiny camera, shoot YouTube or client work, need something rugged but professional. But it might not be really meant for you if you just casually film stuff, only post Instagram or TikTok, and already have a solid mirrorless setup. Because honestly, this might be overkill for most people. The Mission 1 lineup is GoPro saying we're not just an action camera company anymore, and they might actually pull it off, especially with the Pro ILS camera, which could seriously compete with small mirrorless cameras. Let me know in the comments, and if you want more videos breaking down camera gear in a way that actually makes sense, hit that subscribe button, and if you haven't already, I'll see you guys next time.